need to cite something south of town because of all of our recyclables are going south. That's really not the true story. So I just wanted to bring those points out, Mr. Chairman, at this point.
Thank you, Supervisor. Okay, I'm going to close the public hearing at this time and bring this matter back before the Board of Supervisors. There will be no public comment to any motions provided, and I'd like to see resolution as quickly as possible of this. So if there's a motion before us, please state. Supervisor Pinches.
Mr. Chairman, I would make a motion to uphold the action of the Department of Building and Planning Services adopting a negative deck for development review DR 2-207.
Which is the recommended motion, correct?
Right, it's a denial of the appeal.
Okay. That is a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There is a second. Okay. Discussion to the motion.
Well, just,
Supervisor.
yes, thank you, Mr. Chair. I think that we really have to look at the bottom line here, which is the zoning, and I haven't seen anything coming from staff, from professionals that are supposed to do this kind of work with a very detailed staff report. I don't believe that they've uncovered anything that really can't be mitigated. And I think we really need to stick to what our zoning codes are. And this is an industrial zoning site, and I think that you know, we've learned from past issues that when things can't be cited, industrial activities can't be cited in industrial areas, the sense is that then folks want to move them out into other areas that are not currently industrially zoned. So I don't think that keeps with the goal of what our general plan is and what our Ukiah Valley area plan is either. So it's really based on not seeing anything. There's nothing that I can see that warrants the EIR according to staff. That includes Department of Transportation, legal staff, or the planning department. And the zoning is industrial, so I think we need to go with that. So that's my reason for supporting the motion.
Supervisor Pinches.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yeah, also, we've had a lot of discussions at a lot of different meetings recently about the general plan and the issues of, what should be used. Should we convert industrial land to other uses? And this is the first time I've heard the mention of that industrial zoning since 1980 really shouldn't be used as industrial. It should be used as something else. So, this makes this job really hard to be in a position to be on the other side of 100 people in the audience. And it's days like this that I think I need a larger raise. But anyways, it's not easy, and I understand your concerns with it. But frankly, I've been around MRFs before, operating MRFs. I've toured with one in Sonoma County, and I agree with the applicant here, Mr. McCracken, that I think a lot of the concerns, like the rats and the noise and the smell, I really think they're unfounded. And if they aren't, and if they plan to be a problem or develop into a problem, then the applicant will have the ability and have to deal with them, But I really think that in an enclosed facility, we have mandates of having recycling goals. And frankly, yes, we're going to have some of those materials come from Lake County, but you have to have a economy of scale in order to make it profitable to do any of that. In the old days, Mendocino County, we're just recovering from a 50-year period where the solution to their trash was dump it over the end of the bank when nobody was looking. And we're making real progress in that in this county. And if you look at the 101 corridor, it's a whole lot cleaner than it was 20 years ago, all the way to the Humboldt County line. And I think that's a real compliment to everybody. And yes, this facility, it's not a real sexy facility. You can call it a dump, you can call it whatever, but it's not close to a dump. But it being in a closed facility, and it has to be in a centrally located area. So I understand your concerns, but I I think that this is the proper location, and it is industrial zoning. It's been that way for going on 30 years now, and nobody really come forward and said, hey, you know, we should change that so things like this can't happen there. We've decided that that corridor between Highway 101 and North State Street, which used to be Highway 101, is a proper place for zoning. And we have the off-ramps in place, so I'm sorry if I disappoint a lot of you there, but I really think for the future of this county, the motion is the right decision.
Supervisor Kovacs, did you have a comment?
Well, I can see that where the vote is going. I trust that Mr. McCracken will do a good job of doing what is necessary to make this.
That's the fourth time today. I'm taking this job too seriously. I'm paying attention to the content instead of the primitive technology we have up here. I said that, I started to say here that I can see the way the vote seems to be going. I'm not sure that I completely disagree with it or somewhat agree with it. I hate to see a community group come in here organized and express so eloquently their concern